I need everyone to roll initiative.
I'm just gonna shudder real quick.
I'm going to whisper to everyone, no one make any sudden movements.
Can we fight it?
Hey, there we go.
Look at him!
Nice. Okay. All right. So, initiative order. Who has between 25 and 20?
Hey,
All right. So just Bosch. What did you roll?
22.
22. Okay. All right. And then who's 15 to 20? No one. Great.
Oh, come on, guys.
Okay. 10 to 15.
Damn.
Hey,
Me.
I have 10.
Oh, I
Okay.
have
all
11.
of us.
Okay. Got it. All right. So, who has the highest between you guys?
I do, I think. Yeah.
Ebony.
Yeah.
Oh, with a 13. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I've
Sheesh.
got 12.
Okay, you've got 12. Who's next?
Gayar.
Yeah, I'm next.
Well,
Excuse me.
That's gonna be my new nickname for you. As Bellbricks.
I started something. Okay. Gallert, what did you have? An 11?
11.
11. Who rolled the 10? Aru?
I did.
Error, yeah.
Oh, no,
Cardos.
Cardos did.
And Arrow is 8.
Yeah.
No, Carlos
okay.
rolled an 8. I rolled a 10.
What?
Sure.
What?
Sure.
Okay, so Aru's at 8. Top of the initiative order, we have Bosch. Bosch, for the purposes of this, what was your previous perception check? It was an 18. Okay, so you
18,
notice this. Yeah, 18. Okay, so you're good. So you can now make out as you're sort of looking out and adjusting your eyes. You can count maybe 3 pairs of rounded yellow eyes peering back at all of you behind a brush. Behind different like vegetation and growth.
Okay.
All right, it's your turn.
All right. I am going to, if possible, I want to lower myself into the water, or just like the top of my head is, and like maybe a little bit of my shell is sticking up.
Okay.
And then I want to cast Minor Illusion in the space right above me to be the top half of a large crocodile.
Ooh, okay.
I want to try to frighten
Nice.
them with like maybe their natural predator.
Okay. All right. Let me pull up Minor Illusion here real quick.
Is Minor Illusion a cantrip?
It is.
It is.
It's one of
God
the craziest
damn.
cantrips in the game, y'all.
Uh-huh.
It's super versatile.
It's extremely versatile for being a cantrip. It's crazy good.
I'm so happy that it's not available to me and I didn't get it. If it was available, I would have gotten so mad.
Okay, so you all see as after Bellbricks hops off of your back, Bosch, you just sort of retreat back into the water very, very smoothly. Are you attempting to hide, or are you just sort of like submerging yourself a little bit for effect?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
So I'm trying to like minimize my actual profile underneath the illusion, but using my shell to kind of give like quote unquote mass to the back half of the creature I'm trying to create.
All right. I would say in that case, roll a deception check for me with advantage.
Oh shit, let's go. Alright.
A 20.
Ooh,
Nice. Okay.
nice.
All right. So you are fairly certain that the illusion that you've constructed for this like crocodile is pretty solid, pretty on point, and menacing. So cool. All right. So that's cool. So I would say that's probably like your movement and bonus action. Did you want to do anything else?
Yeah. No. That's it for me.
You're good? Okay. Before I move on, actually, let me go ahead and give you guys a visual here. So, Bosch, you retreated back into the water, but you're like still by the shore, so you're probably just right about here, I would say.
Okay.
Maybe like slightly to the side to fit everyone else. And then we'll say for now, because you guys are just sort of stopping on the edge here. I'm gonna do CV. Bellbricks would have gotten off, so would actually be in the mud bank. Bellbricks, you are up to your chest in water. Just an FYI. Because you're tiny. So, what color do you want to be, Bellbricks?
Can I be another shade of green?
Yeah, sure.
Well,
You
actually,
can be a brighter
yeah,
green.
yeah.
Yeah, sure. And then we've got... But cool, okay, now that we've established that, it is Ebony's turn. Oh, wait, is it? Yeah, because you're at 13. Yep, it's your turn. You're still on the boat. The boat is stopped. And Cardos is in front of you. What was your perception check before? You rolled a nat 20, right? So you see everything. You're good.
Yeah. I'd like to get out of the boat
Okay.
as quietly as possible.
You do have to move kind of over and around Cardos to do this and get on. So how do you want to try to navigate that?
I'm gonna just like tap Cardos and just tell him to be like shush him and just be like, please be quiet. And I'm gonna kind of climb over him to the best of my ability while not toppling us off the boat.
All right.
To get to land.
Okay. Make a straight dexterity check for me then.
Yikes.
9.
Ebony, no.
So you do manage to how much movement do you have? One moment. You have 30 feet of movement? Okay. So you do kind of manage to sneak past Cardos. It does take you about 10 feet of your movement to do so, however, because you're trying to squeeze past him on the boat. So it takes about 10 feet of your movement, and you get to about here, and as you go to step off of the boat, it is deeper than you expected in that spot where you are. So you just descend, and you are now up to water that's like at your shoulders. You're probably like a little bit behind in this direction. Probably still like there's going to be like a little bit of overlap here, just conceptually. But functionally, you guys are in separate squares. But you use about 15 feet of your movement to get there, and then you are sunken now about chest deep in water. So you can try to move forward if you would like, but it is considered difficult terrain. So you would move at half speed. You've already used 15 feet of your movement, so you've got like 7 feet left.
Yeah.
We'll say 5 actually, because it rounds down.
Yeah, I'd like to get to, above neck water if possible.
Alright, so you can move like a foot up. It's about waist high. That's about as far as you can get on your turn.
Yeah. Can I... And I apologize, I was trying to look this up earlier. Could I hide as a bonus, or would that be an action?
No, that's a bonus action. That's part of
then-
your cunning action. Yep.
Yeah, I would like to hide to the best
Okay,
of my ability.
roll a stealth check. Well, let's see here. Hold on. Not all is lost. Well, you just beat their perception. So you do manage to, like, you're still kind of chest deep in water, but you see there's like a root. There's like kind of a cluster of roots from like a tree that kind of descends under the water, and you sort of like position yourself behind those roots, and you feel like you're fairly hidden. So yeah, you're hidden now. Do you wanna do anything else?
I'm gonna stay hidden for a hot second.
Okay, great. Love that. So, okay, so you are hidden.
No,
That was your
okay, never
bonus
mind.
action, so you
Yep.
still have an action if you want.
I don't know if I can. I can't find it, but there is the bonus, or it was an action or a bonus action of like in your movement, you cannot move, but it allows you to do something. But given that I moved, I don't think I can do it. So it's okay.
Oh yeah, your sharpshooter.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
it's called. Thank
you can't move at all during your
Okay.
turn when you do that
Cool.
effect. Yeah, you can't move before or after you use it. So if that's everything, I think it's Belbrix's turn now.
Let me just look at what I got available, you know? So, from where I am, but
Mhm.
actually, I'm thinking of maybe casting Druidcraft, but so that I can maybe create like a cloud of flies or gnats in the middle of what I assume to be frogs, giant frogs, toads, whatever. So that
Okay.
maybe distract them. It would be like create an instantaneous, harmless.
It must fit in a 5-foot cube, so you could do it, but it would have to fit in one of these squares here. So that's
Yes,
yeah.
I
So
would maybe do the one above where you just selected, if I could reach that.
okay, so you're trying to do like a cloud of like gnats basically in this area.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. In this area, you create like an illusion of like swarming gnats and mosquitoes and stuff. Roll a deception check.
15.
15 is pretty good. Yeah. It's like it's I don't think you. Okay, so I think you have to pick a sensory. So there's no sound to the illusion, but there is like a kind of swarm of gnats that appears in that area, and it is instantaneous. So it'll last until your next turn.
Okay.
Yeah. That was your action. You still have your bonus action and your movement if you want to do anything.
I think that's all I want to do for right now.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Did that do anything, by the way?
It will. It'll do
Okay.
It'll do
Okay.
something when it gets around to whatever these
Oh,
things
okay.
are's turn. It's just
Gotcha.
not the turn yet, so nothing's happened yet. It is now Gallert's turn.
First off, I don't necessarily see these things, do I?
Correct. You can roll a perception check at the start if you didn't notice them before.
Alright, I'll roll a perception check then.
Damn.
The dice are not with me this round.
Just the dice gods. You are the furthest back,
Uh-huh.
so you just see shrub and vegetation. But you do at least notice, like, you notice your party members are noticing something. So you do get a sense that there's something. You just don't have a visual on anything right now.
Right. I guess I'll use my movement to get a little bit closer. Even though
Okay.
I do notice some of my friends are in water, but I
Alright.
do want to get a read on this.
You will have to go around Eru, so you'll have to make a
Right.
dexterity check as well, unless you wanted to do something else to get out of the boat.
I don't know if I really want to do anything else out of the boat.
Alright.
Other
So
than
you can roll a dexterity check.
Oh,
Ooh.
there you go.
All right. Okay.
Damn.
On this could have been on my perception roll though, huh?
I guess not. Yeah, but I will say with that, you do not lose a chunk of your movement.
Nice.
You actually get up and are able to nimbly, kind of like hopping on either side of the boat, kind of move around and over Arrow. And Arrow is a dwarf, so it's not hard for you to like get like a jump over, but you
Sure.
manage to do it quickly enough and deftly enough that you can make it to here, using about just about like 5 feet of your movement. It would still be 10 feet of your movement here and there, but you do manage to land where the water is just at your knees, basically.
Okay. I'm quite tall as well.
And you are on the taller side.
Yeah.
So you land about there. You still got what's your movement? We'll say for the purposes of this, because I feel like the scale here is a little bit off.
Mhm.
I actually feel like all of these squares are probably closer to 10 feet. I'm just going to
Okay.
adjust accordingly to fit you guys all in and make it make a little bit more sense.
I mean, it says my speed is 30 feet.
Okay, so you would still have 20 feet
20
then
feet.
of your movement, yeah. And because of where you landed, it would not be considered difficult terrain for you.
Is there like not difficult terrain? Is there like anything? Are there like bush and stuff in front, directly in front of me that I
Yeah,
see,
well,
or
there's some vegetation. There is some brush, like a little bit up the hill, as well as there are like roots from, like the trees that are sort of by the water line that they like grow up above the water and then sort of drop in, kind of like I don't know what that tree is called specifically, but they have them along along the Gulf of Mexico and stuff like that.
Oh, sure, okay.
Yeah, they're like the trees where the roots sort of grow into the
Mangroves?
mangroves. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Picture mangrove roots. That's basically
Gotcha.
what we've got going on in this situation.
I'm trying to think,
This makes way more sense.
light the situation up a little bit without burning down the forest. But anything that I would do that would give some more light would just burn everything down, probably.
It is daytime.
Is the sun come through? I've been imagining that it's quite dark. It's quite dense.
It's
But
not fully dense. It's not so dense that the sunlight isn't getting through the canopy. The sunlight does still get through the canopy, unless
Gotcha.
you're like, yeah, there are sections here. Like this section here is like open. There's sunlight. There's sunlight on the river where you guys are. There's
Gotcha,
sunlight over
okay.
here. So it's not so dense that it's like it wouldn't be considered dim light. This is still
Gotcha.
daytime. Yeah.
Okay. Can
You
I
just can't see them because they're behind a bush, not because it's
Gotcha.
dark. Yeah.
Can I go ahead and cast mirror image
Ooh.
Yeah, you
right
can.
now? So I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay, cast mirror image. Go for it.
Cool.
Nice.
And
All
then
right.
I do want to use. Can I use more of my movement then?
Yeah, you still have 20 feet of your movement if you wanted.
Can I go up as far as I can with
Okay.
my duplicated selves?
Well, the mirror image sticks to you. Like
Okay.
it's
So,
not like
right.
there's duplicates that are walking next to you, but someone looking at you
I
is
see.
seeing like double basically
Like
when they look
mirror.
at
Okay.
you. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
Cool.
you could
Yeah.
probably get 1, 2, 3, 4. You could probably get right up to about here.
Okay.
And as you do get here and approach, you do. They can't react yet because it's not their turn, but
Right.
you do now see the yellow eyes staring back at you on the rounded sockets
Cool.
on the top
Okay.
of a wet looking head, just staring in your guys' general direction.
Well, I don't think I have any bonus actions, so I shall move on.
Next up is Cardos. Actually, what's your dexterity?
My dexterity is a 15.
A 15? Okay, so you would go first. So it'd be your turn.
Okay.
One of the things has the same turn as you, so.
Can I roll a perception check beginning my?
Yeah, if you didn't succeed at the last one, you can roll again.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll again.
A 10? I would say well, you are pretty far back. I don't know that you would notice anything yet with a 10. Because at this point you're about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're about 40 feet away from any 30 to 40 feet away from anything that's visible. So yeah, you don't see anything, but you do see especially with like Gallert kind of moving over, like your party members are focusing on something for sure.
Okay. So since I took a short rest, I still only have one spell slot available. Was that correct?
Let me double check. I thought you get those back.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm pretty sure you get those back on a short rest as a warlock. You regain all expended spell slots when you finish a short or long rest, so you would have 2 spell slots. I don't know
so
why
I'm
it didn't do that.
I'm going to cast Unseen Servant,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna have the servant go ahead to Gayart.
All right, let me see.
Scope out a little bit more for me.
Am you using Unseen Servant like an invisible familiar? This is fascinating. Let me see here. Okay. Invisible, mindless, shapeless, medium force performs simple tasks at your command until the spell ends. Bring to existence an unoccupied space on the ground within range, 60 feet. So you could summon your Unseen Servant right next to Gallard if you wanted to.
Yeah. Okay, then I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna have it report to me what it sees.
Let's see. Okay. So it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 25 feet away. Cool. Okay, so it's about 25 feet from you. So there's just an invisible dude next to Gallard now. And then, what were you commanding it to do?
I was trying to have it like scope out the land and see if like it sees anything.
Okay. You don't really know if it does or not. Maybe, but it is mindless, and doesn't have any language capacity. So maybe it might be scoping it out, but it has no way to communicate that back to you. Unfortunately,
Okay.
there is a guy here though, which is invisible. Asking it to like look for you wouldn't really count because it doesn't really do anything in that regard. So you could still have it do something if you wanted to.
So I'm gonna have it. How far can it walk?
It can walk about 15 feet.
Okay. And how far is it away from me?
From you, it's about
Yeah.
25 feet away. It could get up to... It could get right in front of Ebony, but that's about as close to you as it could get.
Would it be able to hand Ebony something?
If it were holding something, sure. Yeah, if you wanted to ask it to like pick something up or do something like that, it could.
I'm gonna try something. So I'm gonna have it pick up a rock and hand it to Ebony.
Okay. All right. Easy enough to do. So, Ebony, as you're standing there, you just sort of plopped into the water, and are
Does he see me?
like about chest deep in it, and as every... Oh, you're hidden. Roll a perception check
hidden.
for me. That's a good point. You're
Yeah.
hidden. Roll a perception. Oh no, you rolled a 10, right?
Can I have it?
You rolled a 10 generally, and your stealth check was what was it, an 11? I think it was an 11. So,
Yeah.
Let me see what your passive perception is, and then I'll make my decision. Because the other thing is, you're not trying to hide from him. I would say you are hidden, but not from that direction.
Cool.
Because you just got off the boat and like basically like walked around him and had to like step over him in order to get to where you were going. So yeah, you know where Ebony is. Yeah.
Cool.
So Ebony, you just watch as like a rock from like the muddy bank, like about right next to Gallard actually. You just see a rock from the ground just lift up about 5 feet and then just start floating over towards you. And does it have mindless, shapeless, medium force? Okay, yeah. So the water is not disturbed. There's just a rock that's just sort of floats over to you, and then stops right in front of you. And there's just a rock. You can take it, on your turn. You can pick it up. But that's fine. That won't use like your action or anything to do that. So, but we'll get to that. All right. So let me write this down. At the end of your turn, Kardos, it is one of these creatures' turns. This one right here, the one closest to you guys, as Gallert is sort of stepping up and approaching, you guys all just hear it go. It just starts croaking like really loudly and stepping backwards. And as it steps backwards, Gallert and the rest of you can see this is not like a regular frog. This is like a frog-like humanoid. You see like a kind of rounded torso with tattered leathers that it's wearing as sort of like makeshift clothing, and you just see this like frog thing that's just sort of like looking back at you. And as you notice, Galler, it is holding like a crude spear and throws the spear at you as it's sort of like stepping backwards.
Fuck.
Oh man.
Okay.
So it's gonna step back about 10 feet. It's gonna throw a spear at you. So let's see what we got.
Yikes.
That is gonna be an 18 to hit. Does that hit?
What do I?
Well, it would
rolling?
be your armor class, yeah. So it would be whatever your armor class is. Is it below, above, or below an 18?
Is that AC? It's a 13.
You have a 13. Okay, so that hits.
Yeah.
You take 6 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
As the spear, it's like a crude wooden spear that definitely seems like it's hewn and carved. And one, it just like impacts basically into your thigh. It doesn't like stick in, but it like scrapes and cuts a gash into your thigh as it swipes past, and then boom, just like hits into the ground next to you.
And my mirror image doesn't like.
Thank you for reminding me. That's a good point. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me. If it's a 10, I believe the way to do it is if it's above a 10. Yeah, that hits you. Sorry.
Damn, the dice gods are not with it.
The dice gods are not with you right now. Okay. Yeah, so it does hit you, sadly.
Right.
Your mirror images are still up. Thank you for reminding me about that. But yeah, so you do take 6 points of piercing damage as it slashes a gash into your your thigh.
And would that just be HP, or would that be?
It would, G space HP space -6.
6. Gotcha. So I thought.
Oh no.
Oof.
Oh,
Puts me at 13.
Big oof. Okay. It is. Yeah, it's actually the two notes, the two other bullywugs. Actually, they're all going to take their turn right now. Because Era rolled an 8, and the other ones have a 10 and a 9. So, this one is going to do the same thing. Actually, it's going to take a step back, seeing you, because you are now its like immediate threat, and like what came up, and you get the sense these are probably quite skittish creatures. It just stepped backwards, and it's going to attempt to throw its spear at you, Gallert, because you're right up at the front. The unseen servant would actually be right here. All right, let's see. Oh, that's the exact same roll. That's an 18. Okay. It's gonna be.
Do I roll again?
Oh yes. Thank you for rolling. Roll the d20. Yeah, roll the d20.
Hey.
Nice. Okay, hits your mirror image. It doesn't hit you, so you take no damage. One of your mirror images is gone, so you've got 2 left.
Whew.
That was smart on you to do that before you approached.
Yeah.
Holy shit. All right.
I'm trying to confuse them.
The other one in the back, hearing this, and like hearing the other creatures going like, is going to. It's not going to move, but it's just going to stand up from behind the brush, and it's also going to attempt to throw the spear at you.
Fuck. Here we go.
With disadvantage.
Okay,
because you're outside of its normal range, and you don't have to roll for the mirror image unless it hits. By the way.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, if it misses, it misses. Okay, that's a 19
I'll
for
get
the
ready
first roll.
Case.
The second roll. Oh, I rolled a 19 and an 18. I'm so sorry.
No.
Roll your mirror image to see if it hits.
Oh man.
No. No. Oh no.
I'm so sorry, Jamie. All right, Gallard, you take 4 points of piercing damage.
Fuck.
Fuck, bro.
As the other spear, like from a distance, you see it coming, and you try to duck out of your way, and it slices into your shoulder.
Oh man.
Fuck.
And
That hurt.
It's just a
yeah,
flesh
so
wound.
we'll deal with that. Eru, it is now your turn.
Woo!
That's their turn. Oh, I'm trying to think back. Actually, the crocodile's not much of a threat right now because they're
there's
at a
crocodile
distance.
Still.
So that would have worked. But they have a more immediate threat. Let me see for the last guy actually to see. Let me roll an intelligence check for him because his path is technically a little bit obscured by the gnats. So I am going to see if he can look through them with a perception check to like confidently make the attack. That is a 3. So
Hey.
actually go ahead and give yourself that health back because it would not have seen you because of the flag cloud. That was in its
Gotcha.
way. And it failed its intelligence check. So
You
go
know
ahead and
what?
give yourself 4 more hit points to get you back up to
Thanks
13.
for that, Bellbricks. That was good.
No problem.
Okay. Now
I'm
it's your
still at
turn,
13.
Eru.
So I get off. Where am I? Where's everything?
You're right here.
Okay.
You can step off the boat.
I'll step off
Ka-chunk.
the boat. And I do want to get.
You are who as a dwarf, it's the water's almost past your shoulders as you're moving forward, so you are technically in difficult terrain at this point.
Okay. I do want to try to get where Jamie is. So what should I do?
What's your speed?
I think it's 25.
25. You used about 5 to get out of the boat, and so you have technically have 20 left, but your speed is halved, so you can move 10 feet. You would actually just get up to Bellbricks, basically. Maybe a little bit past Bellbricks
To then do I
with
need
your
to
10
roll?
feet. No,
Okay.
you're not climbing over anyone to do that. The only reason they had to roll is because they had to move through your space in order to get there. So that's why I rolled to see like how would that work. But you're able to get up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I any range to throw a javelin back towards anybody?
What's the range on your javelin?
It says 30 to 120.
Okay. So they did step backwards, so you're about 1. I would say that's within 30 feet. Yeah. I would say that's within 30 feet. So if you wanted to make an attack, you could. That hits. All right. So you lob. You take out one of the like telescoped javelins that you have on your belt, and it just extends outwards, and you lob it out at the. Which one are you trying to aim at?
The one that is, I want to say,
Because
4
for
tiles
30
in front of
feet,
me.
this one's actually close. This one would be just outside of your range by like a few feet. So you could hit this one, or just outside of your regular range. You would have to roll with disadvantage. So you hit this one. Go ahead and roll your damage, which is 1d6 plus 4. Oosh, 8 points of damage. Nice. Oof. That thing's looking hurt.
And then I do.
Oh.
And then I think my extra move would be I would enter rage.
Okay, bonus action rage. Love it. Bonus action rage. Okay, so you lob this javelin, and it after it had like just thrown the spear, it's focused fully on Gallert, and it's focused fully. Oh, actually, well, technically, let me see here. Did you fail your perception check before? Oh, you super did. Roll another perception check for me. You got a 1. So go ahead and roll another one for me, just to make sure. We're just gonna make sure I'm being fair and kosher for everyone.
Woo!
Oh, the same roll.
Oh
No.
man.
No.
Oh man.
That's rough.
Oh, that's rough. Okay. I don't think you would have seen the frog things. I'm sorry.
Dang.
Oh
I made
no.
everyone else roll perception, so I had to do it for you. I just forgot to do it at the start. I'm sorry.
I'll find that.
So you thought about it. You had this whole vision where you took out your javelin and you saw this, like, what in your mind's eye was like a giant frog, and you threw this javelin like right through its throat, and it was like so sick, but you're looking around and you don't see anything for you to throw it at.
Damn.
So you go through this like cool possibility in your mind of like what could have just happened, but there's nothing for you to throw it.
And I used
I
all
will
my
say
movement.
what you can. You did use your
Yeah.
movement. I will say though, given that you haven't used your action yet, so if you would like to do a different action, or if you would like to hold an action, I will allow it.
I will hold an action.
Or actually, no, wait a minute. Hold on. Pause. I'm reversing my shit again because they all stepped backwards and stopped hiding on their turns. So you would not actually need to roll perception check at that point because they were not hiding anymore. They like
Okay.
all stepped up and are visible. So in that case, you are good. You did attack and you did hit.
Yay!
We're just it's a lot. There's a lot of factors to consider. So bear with me. Thank you so much.
Good.
Okay, so in that context, you pull out your javelin, you lob it, and just as this frog-like creature is like beginning to like try and take a step backwards, you just it just impacts it in like the shoulder, and you see its body jerk backwards and lurch from the impact of the javelin, and immediately you see this like thick purple blood begin to run down the side of its body from the impact. It looks really hurt from that. Okay, cool. So that was your action, and you're raging. Okay, I'll make a note. I think that's everyone. So we are back to top of the initiative order. I need Cardos and Bosch to roll a perception check for me. Okay, easy enough. Cardos, you hear this. Bosch, you feel this. Not physically, but the hairs on the back of your neck immediately begin to stand on end, and you don't really know necessarily what. But as you both turn around, you see in the water right behind you just the top tippiest bit of what you would recognize, Bosch, as possibly a real alligator right behind you. Noticing the kerfuffle and seeing possibly another crocodile engaging in the situation, beginning to approach from behind you. We're going to roll initiative. There is now, and none of you see this, but Bosch and Cardos, there's now a crocodile that is coming to investigate the situation from the river. We're gonna go ahead and put that guy right here.
Jesus Christ!
Right in the middle of the river.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
It's not quite up to you yet. We're gonna go ahead and roll initiative for the crocodile. Oh my god, they're rolling like ass. Awesome. A challenger has approached. It is top of the round. Bosch, it's your turn. There's a crocodile behind you. You are not certain if it's noticed you, but you're also fairly certain that you also look like a crocodile.
Well, the illusion I've cast above me.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, right, because your physical form is still under the water.
Right.
Right. That's pretty true. Okay.
Is there a way to? I guess there's not a way to ping the map through Discord.
I wish there was. Yeah, we got to figure that out at some point.
From where the highlighted square is.
Yes.
To me, how far is that? How many feet?
It's about 45 feet away from you.
Okey-doke.
It's within 60 feet.
I'm going to use my action to dash to get to
you have a swim
point.
speed, so you do not suffer any like it is not difficult terrain for you.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're a turtle. What is your swim speed, by the way, on your chart? Is it different from your? Is it the same as your walk speed,
no,
or is it different?
It's the same. Yeah.
It's the same. Okay, perfect. 30 feet, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna use your action to dash. Are you trying to get up there, basically? Are you trying to get up to
to that square? Yep.
Okay, sounds good. All right, you can make it with a dash. You all just see Bosch haul ass and hightail it past every single one of you. Are you yelling this as you're running past?
Yes, I
Amazing.
am.
Okay. So
What's going on?
you run. They are far enough away from you. They do not take attacks of opportunity as you run past. And I would say there is enough space for you to be able to kind of. You would probably bobbing and weaving. You would probably make it to about here. You're right in front of the gnat cloud. You had to kind of move it like a diagonal in certain parts, so you don't get like quite in it, but you're right in front of it. And actually, this would be a little smaller because this is a 10-foot square and it is a 5-foot. It is a 5-foot cloud, so it is right here.
All right, and so
Yeah,
then
right there.
the
So it makes sense.
the two you say bullywugs? Bullywugs?
I did not say that, but maybe.
Okay. The two frog creatures on my
Yeah,
left
yeah,
and
yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say then that they are 10 feet within 10 feet of me then?
They are both within 10 feet of you. That is correct.
Okay, awesome. That I'm going to use for my next trick. I'm going to use some sorcery points to cast Quicken Spell.
Oh.
Yes. And
Okay, what are you casting?
I'm going to cast Arms of Hadar, which will hit both of those guys on my left and right.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and cast it. For the record, it's called for you it's actually called Tendrils of Darkness because we had to change it for copy for legal reasons. So go ahead and cast your Tendrils of Darkness. Functionally the same spell. I just had to rename it. All right. Okay, so it's a save.
It's a strength DC 14 save.
Okay, and then they take half damage. Got it. Okay. For 5 points of necrotic damage. DC 14. What is their strength? Fail. And then that was the one to your right. The one to your left succeeds with a 17. So Gallert, especially because you're right in front of this, you see Bosch rush forward really fast for like a what appears to be like a not quite dexterous creature, but manages to nimbly make it up. And then as he like steps past you, actually, I'm wondering if he would hit you with it. Uno momento. I'm gonna see if you need to roll a saving throw as well. Oh yeah, you are just in that, Gallard. I need you to make it a strength saving throw.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see what happens.
Not bad. You. Oh wait, actually, how much was it? Was it a 13 straight?
13 straight. Yeah.
I think you had to beat a 14. I think you had to beat a 14. Yeah.
Oh man.
So you take 5 points of necrotic damage.
Oh man.
And you cannot take reactions. As Bosch runs forward, you see this like this ring appear around him on the ground of darkness. You just see this like shadow appear and begin to encircle him, and then from the shadows, whoosh, 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 you just see these lashes of like inky black tentacles that lash out. You do see the one on the right of Bosch, from being lashed, just croaks and collapses dead on the floor. He's just gone. You can see like the like inky kind of substance coming off the tendrils, like beginning to like kind of eat away at its flesh in like an acid type of way. The other one that's right here, you see the tendrils, the lashes, whoosh, whoosh, wrap around its ankles and its arm, and the same tendrils whoosh, whoosh, wrap around your ankles and hands, and you can still move, but yeah, you can't take reactions. And you took 5 points of necrotic damage.
Can I just yell at Bosch? What the hell, old man?
Sorry.
Bro's on life support.
Yeah,
amazing.
And Amara, just to clarify, the one on the left failed the save?
It succeeded its save, actually. So
Okay.
thank you for reminding me, actually. So
It took
so
the half damage, right?
it did take half damage. Yep,
Okay.
it took 2 points of damage, and but it is not.
Gotcha.
The tendrils didn't actually lash around it. It saw the tendrils coming, and it kind of lifted its foot and pulled its arm away. It saw
Sorry,
this
Jamie,
like
I thought the
tendrils.
spell only affected enemies, but it affects all creatures. My apologies.
All good. Fair enough.
Can you
It was very
choose?
cool.
Can you choose?
No, it
What?
says it batters all creatures within 10 feet of you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
fuck.
my amplify mass. It's anything in a 10-foot radius.
Gotcha. Well, the good news is he's not dead.
Yeah, right. I'm at 8
That's
though,
the
so
good
y'all
news.
better be careful on me with
the
me.
good
Don't you have a shield, Jamie?
I don't think so.
Didn't you shield yourself at some point?
Shield spell.
No, I do have a shield spell. I did not. I had
It would not
mirror
have helped.
image.
It would not
I
have
used
helped in
mirror
this
image,
context.
which would not have helped.
Yeah, mirror
Yeah.
image wouldn't have helped in this
I
regard.
probably should have done
Well,
mirror
actually,
image, and then on my next turn have done like strike ward or something like that.
Oh yeah,
which-
that could help too. Yeah.
Which would have helped. Maybe I'll apply that on my next turn. We'll see.
Yeah, because it looks like it says if it targets you with an attack, so it would not help with saving throws.
Yeah.
Because saving throws is you trying to get out of the way.
Right.
Okay. All right. So you still
It's
get your
just-
2 mirror images up and stuff, but you cannot take reactions.
Wait. Wouldn't the mirror image have applied to the attack I made?
No, because it was a
Until-
saving throw.
That's fair.
Yeah, if you had rolled, like if you had to roll something to attack, yes,
Yeah.
it would have affected it, but because it was a saving
Makes
throw,
sense.
it wouldn't. Yeah, because it's when it's targeted with an attack. That was your action, bonus
Oh, yeah, I'm
action
done.
because of quicken spell. Cool. All right, sounds good. How many sorcery points is quicken spell? Is it 1 or 2?
Oh, I'm out of sorcery points now until I take a short rest.
Oh, got it. Okay, how many do you have?
Is
You only
that-
have 2?
I have 3, but I used some at the docks.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I do remember you used the subtle meta magic, right? Or
No, I
something.
think I used the other one. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. I think it would be Ebony's turn next. So Ebony, there is a rock just floating in front of you in its space.
I'm going to confusedly reach my hand out and accept the rock
Okay, you pick up the rock.
and just pocket it and, just
Sure.
worry about the space rock later.
Great. You have go ahead and add a palm-sized rock to your inventory.
I don't know if I know how to do that, if I'm going to be honest.
That's fine. Just make a note of it in your journal or whatever, and we can do that later.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to worry
Okay.
about doing that now. Just make a note of it.
Am I still in difficult terrain? Or would it be considered?
Yeah, for probably maybe like another 5 or 10 feet. Yeah, let's say 5 feet. Let's say 5 feet. So you could move ahead 5 feet. It would use 10 feet of your movement, but after that,
Okay.
you would be outside of difficult movement, and you would have your full movement back.
And how far is it from me to the frog to the left of Bosch?
To the left.
Yeah.
So you could get. So this would use about 10 feet of your movement to get in the space where the unseen servant is.
Yeah.
And then what's your movement? 30?
Uh-huh.
20? You could get to about here. You could get right next to Gallard,
Okay.
or like technically a little in front of Gallard, depending on where you're looking.
Okay.
But yeah,
And
you
then
could get it right
just-
up there.
Just for knowledge, the tree lines are kind of, we're within the tree lines, I assume, because I'm like in mangrove roots. Like there's some trees
Mhm.
around us.
Yeah, there's some
How
trees around.
tall are
The
the
roots
trees?
the roots are a little behind you at this point. But the trees I would say are probably 10 or 15 feet up. Like the actual
Okay.
branches are about 10 or 15 feet up.
Okay.
They're not especially tall.
Can I?
At least the ones out here. But yeah.
I'm gonna move back just so I can do a sneak attack before I start any movement.
Okay, you can just hide if you wanna. Yeah, if you wanna hide, you can probably hide like right around here if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll your stealth check.
It's the same as last time. It's 11.
It still beats their perception, so you are
Heck
stealthed.
yeah.
Go ahead and roll an attack with advantage. Still miss. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
So you do sufficiently hide, and then you go to throw the dagger, but the frog creature is still sort of like stepping backwards, trying to like in the process of sort of like trying to step away and dodge Bosch's like tentacles, and just manages to step out of the way as the dagger goes right in front of its face. And then as it gets like 5 or 10 feet past it, you just see it disappear in like little black smoke, and it's back in your hand.
Dang.
Yeah, that's your turn, I guess. All right. Next up is Belbrix. What's your turn? Belbrix, and then Gallert, you were on deck.
I would like to prioritize casting Cure Wounds on Gallert if I can reach.
Okay. Yeah. So you would be able to get up. What's your movement? 25.
Yeah.
Okay. You're fine. You can get right up to Gallert, like really anywhere here, wherever you want.
Aw, damn! But I really
in
wanted
this
to.
area. But you can get right up to Gallert. So if you wanted to be like next to Gallert or something like that, but you couldn't go past him.
Do I have to? And I have to be right next. Oh, it's touch. Okay.
It's
yeah.
touch. You can reach him from here. Yeah, you can make it to Gallert. So you want to cast Cure Wounds?
The dilemma was I wanted to stay where, but I also want to make sure that Jamie doesn't die.
Oh yeah, Cure Wounds is touch. So you would have to if you wanted to stay put here, you would have to
It's all good.
do a different spell.
All good. I will do Cure. I will go up to Gallert.
Okay. You want to be behind or to the side?
Let's do to the side.
All right. So to the side, so you were right there.
Would his mirror image still affect like?
No, not for Cure Wounds.
If I accidentally cure the.
Not for Cure Wounds. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just.
Damn, that would have been unfortunate.
Great question though. So go ahead and do your Cure Wounds.
12.
Ooh, nice. Go ahead and heal 12 hit points, Gallert.
I gave an admiring look at Belbrix in this moment.
I kind of glare at him, but like am slightly relieved that he's not dying.
That's 12, right?
Yeah, 12. A nice chunky 12 hit points.
Thank Christ.
Oh, you're back up to full. Yeah, so
Fuck
Gallert, yeah, you just feel Belbrix come up behind you, and you feel this tap on your forearm, and all of a sudden the gashes on your shoulder and your thigh seal up and stop bleeding, and you are fully healed. Do you have a bonus action you want to do, Belbrix, or you good?
I'm good for right now.
All right, cool. Gallert, it is your turn. Cardos, you are on deck.
So, question, with my magic missile, it says you create 3 glowing darts of magical force.
Correct.
Each dart hits a creature of your choice. So,
Correct.
Can I choose where those darts? Can they go to multiple people? Okay.
Yeah. You can split them up.
Interesting. What can I see both of these? These
Yes. You can. They're not hidden. They're not hidden.
Okay.
You can see both of them. Yeah.
And then would I be able to send 2 to the further one and 1 to the closer one?
Sure. Go ahead and roll damage.
Is that okay?
Magic missile just hits.
Okay. What
you don't roll an attack. It just hits. So you can just cast it, and then it will just roll the damage.
Gotcha.
Okay, 4 points of damage. Nice.
Nice. Okay.
Okay. Remind me again. Who was getting hit with what?
2 to the furthest, 1 to the closer
2
one.
to this one in the back, and then or how many things? It's 3.
Actually,
So you're
it's
hitting 1
3.
with yes.
Actually, I'd rather swap that. So 2 to the more immediate threat, and then 1 to the
Sure.
further one. That
All
might
right.
make a bit more sense.
All right. Okay, so 8 points of damage to this one. Oof. And then this one also.
Belbrix, thanks for healing me, so I could actually do that this round. Otherwise, I would have been doing some strike wards.
Okay, so you all watch as Belbrix begins to perform these like round swirling hand motions in front of him. And as he does so, this blue rune circle appears in front of his hands, and these sigils begin to like appear up like in like the circle around it. And then as he brings his hands together in the middle, these 3 magical darts just zoom out to smack into the first one and send it careening backwards. It just manages to kind of catch itself. It's looking really hurt. You can see it's like breathing really, really heavy. And the one in the back too, who had just thrown its spear, just takes one like it only took 4 points, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's different. Hold on. Okay, yeah, so the one in the back, it hits it in the shoulder, and you see that shoulder like lurch backwards as it sort of like rights itself, but it brings its arm up to hold the shoulder, and it's like, anything you want to do with your bonus action, your movement?
No, I think I'm good where I'm at the moment.
Okay.
I'm not blocking Belbrix at all from moving closer to the enemies, right? No. Okay, cool.
No.
Yeah, I won't do anything then. I'll stay put.
Sounds good. Cardos, it is your turn, followed by the frog things.
Okay, so do I see the crocodile coming from behind?
Point of order, Bosch. You would know these are bullywugs.
Okay.
You would. These are bullywugs. I didn't say that though, because some of you might not know what those are. But yeah, for the record, these are obviously bullywugs. Sorry, what was your question, Cardos?
Do I see the crocodile coming from behind?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You with your perception check, you can see that you just see the eyes and then like the little bit of the snout just displacing the water as it moves forward slowly and silently.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast darkness and try to get it onto the crocodile itself.
Okay.
Can the crocodile see through dark?
Let me look up darkness real quick to see how this would work with water. All right, so go ahead and cast your darkness. Thanks to your warlock shit, you are unaffected by this. And thankfully no one else is close enough. But the right behind you, you just point your finger, and then from the space like right above the crocodile, there's just this orb of blackness that just like consumes you and the crocodile completely, and you can see it just fine, but you see in the moment the crocodile like immediately is like kind of unnerved because it suddenly cannot see, and you see its movements go from being like calculated and stealthy to panicked as it is now blinded unexpectedly. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Pretty good. You can still move your unseen servant as a bonus action if you wanted to do that, or you can move. You can move yourself and you can move your unseen servant if you want. You don't have to. Ooh, actually, let me check something. I don't think the unseen servant would be there. It's not concentration. That's awesome. Cool. Okay, so your unseen servant is still there. You're good. Ebony picked up the rock and then just like walked forward.
Okay, so there goes that. I'm gonna have the unseen servant bring me a rock.
Okay. Easy enough. And it can reach you.
Yeah.
So you pick up the rock. Are you moving anywhere? Or are you staying on the boat?
I can I like jump onto like the shore there?
Yeah, you have your full
Like,
movement.
right to the right of the unseen servant. Well,
To the right of the unseen
staying
servant?
on crocodile, yeah.
Got it. Okay, so are you trying to like jump in the water and walk that way, or are you trying to leap onto the
Trying to
shore? You're trying to leap. Okay, make an acrobatics check for me. Okay. So you go. Let's see what happens here with a 5. Yeah, 5 is pretty low. So okay, so here's what happens. You land. You jump, and you jump just short of landing onto the actual, like, because up until here it's actually still water, basically up to like right where Arrow is, and then just past it. So, in trying to aim towards your brother, you just underdo it, but you put a lot of force into the jump, so you go whoop, and when you land, you sink like down to like your calves, almost to your knee, in mud and muck, and that used all of your movement for the turn, was just to get right there. You are off the boat. You are right behind your brother,
Nice.
but you are knee deep in mud at the moment. The force of your jump actually caused you to like sink into the like mud underneath the water, basically.
I turn around to see this, and I just look at him as in mud.
I just turn and look at him and be like, "Hey, brother, there's a crocodile behind us."
Oh, that's nice.
Point of order. At this point, actually, the boats, which I think we should have a little bit of a representation here.
Oh no.
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 No one's holding the boats.
Oh,
So
God damn it.
We
I
didn't
hate
need
that.
We didn't think to tie him up or anything.
nope. You
Fuck.
just went for it. Which is fine. It'd be like that sometimes.
Sort of
Boat
face.
number 1 has begun to drift already, because no one was holding it. 30 feet per round, going normal river movement speed. The boat's right here.
Fuck.
I will say, given the proximity, let me roll a d20. On a 10 or above, it gets caught on a mangrove tree root, and gets stuck. On a below a 10, it goes right past it and keeps going down the river.
Damn it.
Oh, it's not gone yet. It's not gone yet, but it's not stopped. So it is right here, and on its next turn, unless someone does something, it is going to keep moving. We'll say that happens on initiative order 20. This one you just got out of, and presumably you were kind of like keeping it in place. So, we'll say that one hasn't started moving, but it's most likely going to start moving next turn.
How far would you say it is from us now? Like me and
This one,
Eru?
this one, 25 feet from Eru, about 30 feet from you.
Okay.
Okay, so that is your turn. I think that was your movement
Yeah.
and your
And my
action,
bonus, yeah.
and your bonus to move your unseen servant. Okay, so that's your turn. It is now 2 of the bullywug's turn, because one of them got fucking obliterated. These, after having thrown their spears, they are hauling ass out of here. They are both getting the fuck out of Dodge. They're like, we are outnumbered. This was not as easy as we thought. It is time to retreat.
My spear.
And they fucking haul ass out of there. Your spear hit the thing that's dead, though.
Oh, okay, great. I can pick it up still.
Yeah. It's on the frog creature that you hit with the spear is like, it's over here on the ground, dead.
Okay.
Arrow, it's your turn. Your brother just plunked behind you and sunk a little bit into mud, and then was like, "There's a crocodile."
Yeah. Well, the other 2 are gone now. So now, I guess I'm not in range though. Am I able to get a little closer, like that rock that's right on the border?
This
To the alligator, I would say.
it's kind of a bad description, but this is technically not rock.
Oh,
Up
okay.
until these roots here, it's water.
Oh,
I just
okay.
could not find a good enough map, and I couldn't like make one. I didn't have enough time to make one, so it's water up to here, and then if you get to about here,
Mm-hmm.
as a dwarf,
Yeah, that's
that's on
gonna
your
work so
chin.
well.
That's like you're swimming at that point. You're
But
wading.
Where I currently am is I'm on land.
Yeah, where you currently are, you're up to maybe like you're up to like just below your waist, basically.
Well, let's
Probably
see.
a little bit above, actually. You're right. It's about at your knees.
Okay.
It
Well,
would be at everyone else's like ankles or calves, basically. For you, it's at your knees.
Can I throw one of my offhand axes at him? At the alligator?
You could try.
I definitely try.
For the purpose of this, by the way, because I forgot to mention this, you look to where your brother pointed, to where the alligator is, and instead of an alligator, you just see a circular, like a dome void of just blackness in the water, and you don't see anything. There's just this sphere of just darkness. That's just sort of like in there, basically. Let me look up the specifics of darkness here.
Darkness is so good.
Darkness is great. Yeah, and you did this on... It says a point you choose within range. So it can't emanate from the creature, it just emanates from the direction. Or it just emanates from that space. So you could make the attack. Are you trying to throw? What are you trying to do? Throw your hand axe?
My offhand axe.
Your offhand
Or a
axe.
javelin. One of the two.
Well, yeah, because the offhand axe, it's just like that in case you're hitting, in case you were to ever like dual wield them. That's why I put that in.
Oh, okay.
But it's functionally just two hand axes. That's basically, yeah, that's all it is. So yeah, the hand axe. Your hand axe has a 20-60 range. Javelin has a 30-120 range. You wouldn't know this exactly, but 1, 2, so that's 10, 20, 30, 35. You're pretty sure it's close. You can kind of guesstimate that it's somewhere in the darkness, maybe. Actually, roll an intelligence check for me.
Gotcha.
Dude.
Come on.
Yeah, there sure is darkness.
It's pretty dark.
You're like, you don't see an alligator, you just see a void. You don't know if that's more or less concerning.
Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna... Not much I could do in this, but I'm gonna go run after one of our boats. So I'm gonna go ahead to the right in this direction. Yeah, head to
Okay, roll a perception check for me. 16? Yeah, you can see the boat.
Okay.
So you're good. Okay, so you wanna start trying to make your way over?
Yes.
It is, what's your movement speed? You said it was 25,
25,
right? Okay. And right now you're not in difficult terrain, but as soon as you start heading back this way, it would be.
Can I go, like,
You haven't taken your action though, so if you dash, you can do your full movement.
Can I dash towards like the right, being on parallel with the boat, like staying on land? So
Oh yeah,
like,
you could do
right?
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dash
yeah.
right.
In that case, you'd be able to go. God, it's so hard to see. Because you're like right in the middle of this line here, right? So you would be able to go. That's your full movement right there. Is to get parallel to it.
Yeah.
But you still have your action. You didn't have to dash for that.
Okay, and then I.
And you're actually not in water at this point.
From there, I could just dash into the boat, right?
You could. You would have to leap onto the boat, but you could certainly try.
Let's try it. Let's go for it.
Let's
All right.
go.
All right. I'm gonna roll an acrobatics check for me.
Oh man.
Dice gods.
What is happening?
I don't know.
I know.
So So here's what happens. You take your dash, and you go to leap, and where you put your foot for leverage gives way. It's just it's like soft, like kind of like earth, like wet mud, basically. And so you go to push off, but instead your foot gives way, and you instead just slide into the water. It's still about, I would say, you're in the water now. It's about 10 feet away from you, but you are now like basically in the water in this like cage of like mangrove trees that are like sort of like long and tall around you that sort of sink into the water, and just beyond the mangrove trees is the boat.
Okay.
But that's your full dash basically. Unfortunately. It could have been cool.
It could have been really cool.
It could have been really cool. It could have been super cool.
I guess I end my turn. That is it.
All right. You're at least in a good spot though. Like you can chase after it.
Mhm.
You know, it's something.